Hello, and welcome to another episode of This Is Our Year. This is not our year, Doug. This is not our year. This is not our
Dude,
butts, Dennis. This is not our butts.
this is not our butts. This is a Nomagong. Nomagong, another Belgian ale, man. I think that's 2 weeks in a row.
I think it's 4 weeks in a row. I like it though.
Probably. Nomagong by Omagong, which I know is an upstate New York brewery. Hey, look at that, Cooperstown. You ever been to Cooperstown?
No, but I
Yeah,
think
I
I'd
haven't
like to
either.
go.
For all the fucking baseball we talk. Sorry for the F-bomb, Dad.
Never been to Cooperstown, never
Never
been
made the trip.
to the NBA, the NHL, or the NFL or the MLB Hall of Fame. Never been to any of those, which is weird because I lived in Toronto, never went to the NHL Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
We lived from Cooperstown to Connecticut, what, like 2.5 hours, 3 hours?
2 hours maybe. Yeah,
Never went. Have never been to Canton or anywhere near Canton, so I won't. That one's fine. And we lived. Springfield was like
yeah.
what, an hour and a half away. Never
I've
went.
driven past that Hall of Fame probably 50 times in my life, like no
Yeah.
exaggeration. So
I just
I don't
have
know.
no.
Yeah,
It's something I think I'd do. Like if I had a son, maybe we'd
yeah,
go do that. That'd be
someday,
cool. Or maybe like
or
when me
maybe
and
a
you are,
daughter.
if she wants to
Why
go,
not?
but maybe when me and you are in our 60s,
Yeah,
we'll be like,
exactly. Like,
hey,
oh, it's
let's go
time
to
to.
the fucking Hall of Fame in Cooperstown and make a weekend out of it,
Yeah,
Doug.
I've got to take a picture in front of the 1986 World Series trophy because we
The
haven't
last
won
one they won.
since. Yeah,
Yeah. We will be crotchety old men if they don't fucking win in the
if
next
if if we're not already.
15 to 20 years. Come on. Yeah, man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. This is Doug. This is not our year so far in the Major League Baseball
I wore
realm.
this shirt. This shirt is like 20 years old. I dug it out of a drawer. I didn't realize I still had it, but I believe we recently got swept by these motherfuckers. They're our daddies now, so I figured I'd rock it.
I think it
Um,
makes sense. I'm just putting this MLB logo on because I don't want to show you what's on the other side of this hat. And I'm
yeah,
wearing black because the Mets season is in the shitter right now, dude.
it's
And,
it's just it's no fun.
no, I haven't watched the game actually all week. The last game I watched was, I think I
The
watched a little bit.
self-inflicted, Tommy.
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of Verlander's game against Detroit that we still lost 2-1. And we're just not doing well, dude. We're the worst team in baseball since that San Francisco series, record
So,
wise.
just so I remember, yeah, I guess both Verlander games have been 2-1 games because
Yes.
yeah, that was the good game this week.
Yeah.
He
That
he
was the
looked
one
good.
good. He looked
Sorry,
great.
and
And we lead the MLB in giving up first inning runs. Fucking Senga gave up 4 yesterday to the Reds.
I didn't have to look that one up. I mean, I believe you. That's
Yeah,
uh,
we've given up like 41 first inning runs, which leads the major leagues, and we've scored, I want to say, 4 first inning runs all year, which is also asinine. So we're like the fucking Islanders. We're down like 2-0 every fucking game to start off. I mean, literally, we're averaging giving up 1 run in the first inning, 1.1 or 1.2 runs in the first inning every game. And it's crazy, and we're scoring about zero point 0.1 run every game. It's insanity, and I'm actually nervous now because I don't want there to be knee jerk reactions. I still am going to say it's February 12th and our starting rotation was decimated the entirety of the season so far. And our bullpen has been decimated the entirety
it's
of the
May
season.
12th. Thank God, it's not February
Yeah.
12th.
Sorry, May 12th.
Okay,
Cool.
just making sure.
Well, maybe
I know
maybe
you
I
haven't been getting much sleep, but
yeah, I haven't. I have not been getting much sleep. That is accuracy. So I gotta think. The Phillies of last year started off really bad. We buried them
yeah,
in May. They fired their manager, and
I
they
called him
made it
dead.
to. We both
I hate
did.
myself for that.
We both did, and they made it to the World Series. So
Yep.
it's not too late. But I hope that we don't do something dumb like fire Buck. I don't think this is a Buck issue. I think
No,
that nobody would be. It's a perfect storm right now of bad starting pitching, injured starting pitching, overtaxed bullpen, and
No hitting.
no hitting.
Nope,
I
no hitting.
mean, everyone is off to a really poor start to start the year, and I
Pretty
don't know if
much,
like
except for like Nimmo and I mean
McNeil.
Pete's leading the league in home runs. Let's be fair
Yeah,
here.
but he's still hitting like 230. It's not
Yeah,
like nobody's like hitting. We're not. What made us so good last year is getting that clutch single with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. We can't even hit a single this year.
yeah.
That's the
Oh
problem. We
yeah,
get
there no rallies. You're right.
there's like one guy on base every inning, and then they work out of the jam, and we're not walking as much. We're not getting guys on base as much. So it's just we're taking a lot of strikes right down the middle, and I don't know if the book's out on us from last year, and like we just need to make an adjustment, or everyone's just fucking cold on the. I'm strictly talking offense right now.
Right.
Pitching is like, I mean, that's a nightmare for many different reasons, but mainly it's
Injuries.
injuries, dude. It's just injuries. I mean, we're signing guys off the fucking waiver wire that aren't even pitching in AAA and just shoving them in the bullpen.
Right
You know,
in.
we're
Yep.
we're starting guys that like I don't want to make excuses because every team deals with injuries, but this is I haven't seen a year get off like this for the Mets. I don't remember the last time we had this many injuries by May 12th.
There was a weird May a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember that when they had to bring up like the whole Syracuse lineup.
Was
That's
that
the
like
only thing
the
I can
COVID
think of.
year?
Maybe, yeah, or it was the first year back, maybe 2 years ago. But I was talking about this earlier. The starting staff is reminding me of the worst pitching staff that I witnessed as a fan, and that was only like 5 or 6 years ago, 2017. And
That
we
like the
probably
when
we
we had like
probably just all blacked it out. But go look at everybody's ERA that year, except for Jake. It's it's disgusting.
who was our pitchers in 2017?
Let me bring this up for you, but I will. You're going to love some of these names. Um, while I bring it up, Rafael Montero made a ton of starts for this team. Remember when he was even on the Mets?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really.
Another guy that got away.
All right, so real quick, Jake made 30 starts, won 15 games, 3.5 ERA. That's not great for him. Robert Gesellman made 22 starts. He made the next most starts. I probably should have made you guess some of these names. I don't think you would have even guessed the G Man.
Mm-mm.
The G Man put up a 5.19 ERA in 22 starts. Rafael Montero next, 18 starts, 5.52. And Seth Lugo is a starter this year, 4.5 ERA. Matt Harvey's final tour. Guess what his ERA was? 18 starts.
6.3.
So close. I'm going to give it to you. Price is Right. You would have won 6.7. Oh,
Jesus
ERA.
Christ.
Zach Wheeler, 17 starts, 5.2 ERA somehow.
Wasn't that his first year back from like Tommy
Yeah,
John?
he was kind of coming back. Speaking of Steven Matz, another one of the young generation, 13 starts only, 6.08.
Yeah, that who was that? That was Alderson. Then we traded for fucking we traded Harvey to the Reds for Devin Marrero or some shit like that.
That was the year after, I think, where they like dumped him.
Did we still have Ike Davis at that point in time?
Yeah, 2017 was Terry's last stand.
Mm-hmm.
The starters listed here are Travis d'Arnaud, Lucas Duda. I think we got, is that who we got Drew Smith for? Who played second, real quick?
For the 2017 Mets? I have no fucking idea, dude. I cannot remember
Neil
that.
Walker.
Oh, that's right. Didn't he start that year off with like 13 home runs
Mhm.
in the first like month and a half, and then he only hit 7 for the rest of the year? And we thought we had stolen him in free agency or whatever the fuck we did.
Somehow it only says 10 home runs here. I don't. He was on the team 2 years, I think. Jose Reyes got 561 plate appearances at short. Hit
in his
246.
second time around.
Yeah, I'll wrap this up. Wilmer at third. Yoenis played half the season. Juan Lagares played half the season, of course, and Jay Bruce over and right. Yuck.
That was that
That was coming off a playoff appearance. Yeah, that was Terry's last year. Yeah, and you're right. Sandy, I think, was Is he calling the
Well,
shots?
let's
Yeah.
let's hope that that doesn't happen this year, man. Because
I don't think so yet.
no, we're like we said, we're May 12th. We're 6 weeks into the season. We're 2 games under 500, 3 games under
Yeah.
500. I don't know.
Dude.
I think we're two, and it's not the end of the world if you look at the rest of the National League right now. You got to be top 7 to get in the playoffs. There's, I want to say, 16 teams, so
Right.
almost half the league makes it. I don't know, man. There's not really anything. I don't have any silver lining other than like Max needs to get healthy and get back to what he was doing. I don't know if like the league's picked up on our spin rate or what we're trying to do with the ball on the pitching side, but like Senga is a Japanese rookie trying to learn the MLB who is wild to begin with. Throws a lot of pitches, a lot of walks, which is not good for your
Yeah.
bullpen. And it's very not Mets like.
Right.
He's a very anti Mets pitcher, and I think his upside was something we didn't want to pass on. Maybe we wanted a Japanese pitcher because of what it brings into the market in New York. I don't know.
Maybe, but like,
I don't think Steve thinks like that. I think he
uh,
wanted the best guy out there, and I think that's
it's a double-edged sword with that because the league hasn't seen him. That is an advantage.
right.
But he told us he was not used to the ball, so
Yeah,
he's probably like getting up to speed here. I'm not
right.
even that mad at him. I think he pitched decently actually yesterday. If you watch the game, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I have you heard rumblings that Lucchese's tipping his pitches? I think I heard
No,
that somewhere. But speaking of like the league catching on to stuff, look,
no,
yeah, I don't. This is fixable.
right.
The lineup is much better than that 2017 lineup we just talked about to start with.
I mean, the lineup is
So
great. So that's where my big fear comes in. Is I mean, we've been shut out more. We lead the league in being shut out this year. We've been shut out more times in 6 weeks than we were all of last year.
20% of our games, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And my concern is what you said the last time we were on this show is that are they complacent because they know that 7 teams get
7 spots, right?
and they can turn it on, or were they partying too much? I don't know. Like that was like Davis's biggest problem. There was a lot. That was Matt Harvey's biggest problem, right? Those guys didn't
Who,
flame out in New York because they didn't have talent. They
who do you
flamed out
think the
because they were.
partiers are?
I don't know, man. I mean, is Vogelbach a partier? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's like a Bible beater. Is McNeil? I don't know if he's a partier.
I
Is
could see him. Sorry, I could see both of them slamming beers, but Vogelback, I could see like taking down a half keg,
I
like to
mean,
the
is
dome.
Pete going out? I don't think so. He got
Eh,
himself into really good shape, but
I think he has an apartment with Mr. Met. If you've seen those commercials, and they just get seamless all day.
and they ordered Grubhub.
I mean, a weed's legal now. Like he might just be a huge. They might just all be potheads.
Yeah, is it
That would
legal in the
explain the hitting.
MLB? You can
I,
smoke in the
I
MLB.
I have no idea, but it's why wouldn't you be able to, right? But
I have no idea, man. I
Roger
don't know.
Goodell.
It's really, 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 really hard to watch though, and I have taken a
It
sabbatical.
is, yeah, dude. It's a big day for me. Big day for a lot of dorks. The new Zelda game dropped, so I'm gonna be doing it with my summer.
Playing
So,
Tears of the Kingdom, is that what it
Tears of
says?
the Kingdom, baby. Yes, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which is
So so
incredible, incredible game.
I played the Zelda game that came out on the
The
whatever the
Switch.
same the
Yeah, this
Switch.
is right.
So
You
I
played it.
played the one before, and it was the graphics from like the original Zelda game, you know. So maybe I bought the first. Maybe I bought 2 iterations ago.
Yeah, yeah,
It,
yeah. You must have. This is like a full 3D world you walk around. Do you remember any of that?
I don't know. It brought me like I had PTSD because I could never beat the first original Zelda
Yeah.
on
You
on
never got Ganon?
no on
You had to
NES,
get that like silver arrow or something. There's some, yeah.
and I was just like, this is
Fuck this.
this reminds me of my childhood that I don't want to parts of my childhood I don't want to remember. I'm
I
gonna go
hear you,
play
man.
Madden now and
Yeah.
beat up on somebody, and I've even lost my taste for that. I haven't played video games in a long time.
Well, yeah,
We have
that's what I was going to ask you today because that happened to me for like a long time. I didn't buy a console. I didn't buy a console from. I had a PlayStation 2, and I didn't buy another console till the Switch, like 5 years ago. So I totally missed like the PS Xbox wars. Do you still play it all?
So I have a Switch, but we bought that. Well, my wife loves to play video games. She's like a Mario Kart
Nice.
fanatic, and she likes Mario World, like all those anything
Yeah,
Mario. She
we
grew
got to.
up on that.
I'll bring Jenny. We'll fire it up next time I'm over.
Yeah, so she'll go get lost in there and play Mario Kart. Or when the kid, when the nephews come over, we'll fire up
Yeah,
the Switch and play Mario Kart. I actually have a PS4. What's the newest one? Five? It's the five, the
yeah. I
newest
think
one.
it's 5. Yeah.
I have a four. When we built out our office in 2019, we made a game room and I put a PS4 in there because that was what was cool at the time. And I bought the Madden game, and I have Madden this past year's Madden. I bought it, and I haven't even made it to the regular season. It's just I don't know.
I hear
I
you.
just I mean I can't justify playing video games with especially now with the 6 month old. Like I think my wife would not be happy with me if I
I don't
was
know,
like, hey,
if you're staying up in the middle of the night with the kid though, that's a decent thing to kill time with.
Doug,
No,
Doug,
I have no idea.
you clearly have no idea. Yes, I also thought watching TV in the middle of the night was a good idea with the baby. It's
Right?
a fucking terrible idea because then the screen goes on and the baby gets stimulated and the baby has no fucking idea what time it is. So you might as well pour coffee down the 6 month old's fucking gullet because now they're wired. So now, no, dude, you have the he'll. I
Can
don't
you
know.
put like the horse blinders on it or something on
So
her?
Aurelia gets up now, and I'm stupid because I thought, I have a fucking very hard head and I'm very stubborn, and I was like, I'll figure this fucking shit out with this kid. I'll figure it out. And so I was getting her up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh, my baby's not going to have a diaper rash. I will change her diaper, and I will then, you know, feed her, and I'll talk to her and all this shit. And then I finally read a book, and it's like, don't change your diaper in the middle of the night unless you smell poop. Don't look the baby in the eye. Don't talk to the baby. Don't turn on any lights. So I've been now doing this for the last 2 weeks. And dude, I'm like, Michael Curlin, why didn't you read this book 2 months ago? Like you would have
Oh,
saved
dude,
yourself so many hours of sleep.
I would have done all those things. Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball. I don't know if you remember
Right.
that reference. That's
No.
hilarious. Um, so you got to sit in the dark and just like pretend you're not
Yeah,
there.
so we have this little it's called a fucking sound machine. I think it's called the there's this sound machine that it's the new parental craze, and it makes like waves and like birds chirping, and it's like blue light, which is good for you to like put you to sleep. It's not too stimulating. And so we go in the nursery, we crank the blue light and the fucking sound of waves crashing on the beach. And I don't even talk to her. I just sit her on my knee. I slam the bottle in her mouth. She drinks enough to like fill her up, and then she passes right back out, and she's right back asleep within. I've been getting her back to sleep within 20 minutes,
Wow.
like wake to sleep. So 1 20 minute interval. The problem now is that then I'm up and I got to get myself back to sleep. And for those of you out there in the audience that don't know, I have a severe case of ADHD, and I take zero medication for it. And so, 3 in the morning, it's a really good time to start thinking about like the Mets lineup and
Yeah.
fucking my fantasy football team and who do I want to fucking target in the draft for fantasy dynasty football. Yeah, that's when that shit happens, and I'm like, oh my god. Now I'm down a fucking rabbit hole about Zay Flowers and how I can possibly trade up in the fucking first round to get him. Yep. So,
Yep. Yeah.
anywho,
You ponder life's greatest mysteries.
well, that too. And how can I also think about work stuff, and that keeps me going for a while. So yeah, man. I haven't been playing a lot of video games to that point. I'm excited for you to play Zelda. Is that what you're gonna do all weekend? Like just crack out in front of the Switch and
Probably. I've
drink a
already.
bunch of beers?
I don't even know about the beer, but because beer and video games, I don't know. That's
So
Have you ever drank and played video games? I guess Madden with the
yeah,
bros,
oh,
maybe.
definitely,
Okay,
dude. Oh,
but
definitely. When we were kids, me and Jed Wisniewski used to cut. I think we had like open period, like period 4, and then we would have lunch. So we would drive
uh,
home
I know what you
from
guys were
Nor.
doing
Yeah, we
during
were
lunch.
driving home from Newark High. Maybe we would partake in some marijuana cigarettes, maybe, and
Now
then we
legal,
would. It was definitely legal at the time. It was medicinal purposes for sure,
right? Everybody
and
had their cards.
yeah, it was like 1995,
Yeah,
the non
everybody
nickel.
in the '90s had clubfoot. We all could buy marijuana. It's just
Absolutely, kids
yeah.
don't. It's not like today where you could just walk in anywhere. Yes, you had to have a medicinal purpose. I had anxiety and ADHD, so we would go to his house and we would get lit, and then we would play Madden.
Yeah,
We would
but
play Madden.
yeah, no, I was talking about getting like drunk. Like I don't
Then,
know if
but
I could
then
sit
when
by
we
myself and drink 6 beers, drinking playing Zelda.
there were days. So then once we graduated and we didn't quite have jobs yet, and we had moved back home, we like reintroduced this like lifestyle where I would show up at Jed's house at like 10 in the morning, and
I
Jed
remember those days.
Jed has never changed his affinity for Bud Light.
No,
So he'd have a Bud Light, 12-pack in the fridge, and we'd sit there and play Madden for like, I don't know, fucking hours, like on
yeah,
Dynasty mode.
that's fair. I mean,
Yeah,
when you're actually hanging out with someone, of course. Um,
but you're not gonna sit
yeah,
there and get shisty while you're playing Zelda today.
it's kind of like a one-player game, so I don't know.
You're not gonna get shisty with Tom the cat, Tim the cat,
Yeah,
Tomcat,
Tommy boy,
Tommy the cat.
Tommy the cat. Is everybody still mad at Bud Light? Or is
I
that
think
over?
so. Yes.
Good.
Well, I think the Republican Party is because I don't know, were good with transgenders or something. I don't even
Yeah, just
look into
like
that.
I just think it's funny because it's all over Bud Light. It's like Bud Light guys, come on.
Did you see
No,
what?
no
Did you
offense,
see?
Jed.
Did you see the Kid Rock
Yeah, of course.
response?
Like yeah, all that. Hey
America.
yo, it gets clicks, man.
It definitely
It's
does. I mean, they know who their voting
yeah.
sector is, right? So what? So you were talking to me. You said there's something about Sauce Gardner. What happened with him this week?
Oh
Let's
man,
jump. Let's jump to that.
can you share your screen on this? Have we ever tried to like get a picture up? But
Um,
anyway, I would
yeah,
recommend.
yeah, you definitely can. On the bottom there, it says share. You
Oh,
see that?
you want me to try it? But
Yeah,
yeah, I'd recommend going to Twitter. This is my work computer, so I don't know if I'm signed in. I don't know if it matters.
yeah.
You might need
Don't
you might
make
need some
sure
filler content while I bring this up.
just make sure the Pornhub is down.
Oh God. Hey, no, we talked about this. Not on the work computer, kids. That's a huge rookie mistake.
Not on the work computer.
Not on the work computer. I can't search from here. That sucks. Let me see if I can just find the picture. Anyway, this is the cover of SI. Surprised you haven't heard about this. All right. So if I hit share,
Should work. Let's give it a whirl.
should work, right?
Look at
Y'all see
that.
that? So
Okay,
this is
he's
the
got
coming cover of Sports Illustrated,
the life of
and
Sauce Gardner with his
I
hands in the
can't zoom
sauce,
in
huh?
on, but yeah. So everybody is like commenting on the sauce, right? And that's why I kind of wanted to show you a lot of poop jokes, a lot of blood jokes. Everybody's just like kind of weirded out by that picture. I don't know. Your thoughts?
Whatever, man. It's fucking
Well,
Sports Illustrated.
it's May. We got nothing to talk about.
Well, let's talk about the schedule dropping because that was actually pretty cool last night. And I will
Oh,
say, I haven't been excited in a long time for the schedule drop to actually happen. Now that Rogers is a Jet, that was cool. And I tuned into the NFL Network because am constantly reminded why I hate ESPN. It's just fucking MTV for adults that like sports. So
It's
I
what
wanted to
makes the
watch.
most money.
Yeah, oh, definitely. It's just some of the shit is like advertising. I mean, if I watch another goddamn Starby commercial for the new lemon lime soda, I'm gonna punch myself in the
They,
face.
they they got you. You just basically did the pitch.
Yep. So,
I have
but
no idea. I have no idea what Starby is, by the way.
I
So
think
I
it's
guess
what
I've
they were
missed that.
trying to replace Sierra Mist. I guess Pepsi got rid of Sierra Mist or Coke or whoever,
Oh,
and
that's a
they
shame.
got this new thing called Starby, which I guess is the the next generation of Sierra Mist. Because Sierra Mist always sounded like a pussy drink, you know, like I would like a Sierra Mist, please. Give me the mist.
Tough one to
So
order. Yes.
yes, yes. And anyone that cared, like anytime I went to like a establishment that was like, "Hey, do you have Sprite?" No, we have Sierra Mist. What the fuck do you mean you had Sierra Mist?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Like
Just to take
what
this
kind of dump is this? We're out of here.
out, just take this further off the rails. Connecticut is apparently one of the few states that has legalized alcoholic Mountain Dew. I'm gonna have to buy a 6 pack for next show.
I
There's
mean, didn't they already have that stuff called
Four Loco.
yeah. Let's talk about that, Doug. Before we get into the schedule for this, when was the last time you had a Four Loco?
At Brick House, probably
A week
5 years
ago?
ago. Yeah, yeah. Earlier today, uh,
How did your
we,
night end?
we still have a keg, like half the keg left. Oh, and not in jail. I'll put it that way. But
I'll tell you the last time I drank a Four Loco.
uh,
Me and my buddy Matt were pre-gaming to go to the Jimmy Buffett concert. It was the last concert at the Irvine Meadows, which was the amphitheater in Irvine that they were tearing down to build apartments. And it's Jimmy Buffett, right? Fucking most chill concert you could think of.
yep, not
Yeah.
exactly a Four Loco crowd. So I'm looking forward to this.
Right. So we slammed some Four Locos because why not? We were fucking pre gaming in the parking lot, doing whatever we do in the parking lot. It was fine. We go in and I black out. I like never get to my seat. I fucking stumble around. I kind of remember this a little bit.
Was it like the
Reminder.
instantaneous blackout where you're fine, and then suddenly you're Doug O'Keefe? Like,
Yes, I
yeah,
was definitely
awesome.
like I was like the puppeteer where like the marionette where someone was holding me and I'm walking around and it's like it's
Yeah,
like one of those amphitheaters where it just goes all the stairs go up and the seats are surrounding the stage and the stage is at the bottom and I'm kind of walking around and I'm listening to Jimmy Buffett and I'm drink I don't know how a God's plenty and the sun had just gone down and I'm fucking wobbling and I see my group of friends and I end up like putting my hand on my homie's shoulder. I was like, yo, what's up, man? Boom, grab him by the shoulder. I was like, yo. Except it wasn't my homie. It was a very agitated, not as drunk as me man who
oh,
proceeded to like just push me with all the force that he had in his body, which probably wasn't that hard, but I was so drunk that like I fucking stumbled back, like, and then thank God my friend group was there. It was just this random guy was close
yeah.
enough that I thought it was someone that it wasn't. So he shoves me as hard as he can. I do kind of remember this, and I walk up to him, I kind of sobered up, and I walked up to him and I got right in his face and I said, "That was uncalled for."
How do you
And then
react to that?
then he pushed me again,
Oh, damn.
and he started getting ready to square up on me. And dude, I was a rag doll. I mean, this guy would have pummeled me. And I'll never forget. I was
Yeah.
hanging with this group of friends, and there was this one girl. Her name was Melissa, and she jumped like she was like my guardian angel that night. She like jumped in and said to the guy, "Is this your girlfriend?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she said, "If you touch him one more time, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of her." And the guy, the guy was like, "Uh, okay, I guess we're on our way." And they left. And like
Oh,
I
nice.
that's how she saved me from getting my ass kicked. And I was
I
just
love it.
like, "Thank you." And
Melissa's
then
a
I pres
badass. So shout out to
Melissa,
Melissa.
yeah, Melissa is a badass. Shout out to
She
Melissa.
ride or die.
I mean, we haven't talked in years. She's married with like a bunch of kids now, and hope she's doing well. But she definitely saved Mike Curlin from
Yeah.
getting the
Don't.
shit kicked out of him because I would have been like the guy that threw us a punch and doesn't even come close, and then just
Never want to be that
got
dude,
pummeled. No, so
especially in the age of cell phones, because someone's gonna post that.
so I did the right thing after that, which I am good at, and I just Irish dipped, and
Yeah,
I got to the
that's what
parking
you
lot.
got to do.
I called an Uber and I put myself to bed. I'm like, that was bad. Like I don't need to continue drinking and trying to hang out. Like I'm just a hot mess. But I mean, dude, how smart was that? Like, if you touch him one more time, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of your girlfriend. What is he
Save
gonna
your
do?
ass.
Yeah, what is he gonna do? Like, if someone said that to me, if I was getting ready to square up, and some chick told me that they were gonna beat I mean, my wife is a black belt in Taekwondo, so I probably would have been like, go for it.
Is she
But
really? Whoa,
yeah,
nice.
that's
I did.
unfortunately the other fun fact. That's our fun party fact when we're at a couples party. My wife can kick my ass. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So my wife is a black belt in Taekwondo and also aggressive
You
when she
got you
gets
got you got
angry.
ladies just protecting you everywhere you go. That's
Smart
not
man.
bad, man.
Smart man. Smart man.
That's like Dolomite and his kung fu bitches. I
Hmm.
like it.
Watch out. Watch out. So let's get into the fucking schedule release, Douglas.
Oh yeah, right. Um, cool. What is it? Jets Bills
Jets
to kick
Bills
off.
Monday Night Football. Cool. Giants. I don't know who they
That's
open
awesome.
up against. Is it the
Cowboys.
Cowboys? Yeah, that's a good
Okay,
opening game.
the nation is cursed to always get Giants Cowboys on that first
Hmm.
Sunday night. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you
And
got two New York teams in primetime opening week. But this is what I actually want to talk about. The schedule release, whatever. Rich Eisen, NFL Network, cool. Emmanuel Sanders is on NFL Network. He's kind of hilarious because
Manny,
he's really he's not like prim and proper, and
good.
he's kind of grimy, and I like the way he
Love that
brings
dude.
he brings his point of view across because MJD is also there, and MJD is definitely kind of prim and proper now.
He's been studying. He's been taking
Yes,
the classes. I
yes,
love that Emmanuel Sanders has not, and they still let him on. I am a
yep,
proud owner of a Manny Sanders jersey, number 10,
yep.
Denver Broncos.
That's one of your
Of
3 championships.
one.
Not four though, right? 3. So I will say this though. So I live in California and I go see one Jet game. I try to go see one Jet game every year, and I don't think we went last year because we were having the baby right in the middle of football season, so we stayed close to home. But the year before, we went to Denver and saw them play the Broncos when they got their dicks kicked in.
Yeah,
And the year
but you
before,
got to go to Mile High. It's a good time, right?
yeah, Empower Field at Mile High is now what it's called, and it's fucking a terrible stadium because there's no shade anywhere, which is the same problem
Same
that
as
they
San
had with
Francisco, huh?
San Diego. I haven't been to
Oh yeah, I've
Levi
heard that too.
Stadium.
I
I
heard
haven't been to
Levi
Levi
is
Stadium.
it's like being
Shithole.
under a microscope.
Oh,
With no,
dude,
with the sun. That's what I've heard.
dude, we sat in really nice seats at the Broncos Jets game 2 years ago, and I had to leave to go inside because I got sunburnt within 7
Yeah,
minutes. So, um, but yeah, so we this year on the screen for the NFL Network, they had a QR code, and you could fucking scan it, and they had tickets on sale for every game, which I thought was
is that
fucking
what those were?
genius.
Like I remember seeing those for sure.
Yeah, so I went on and I was like,
Nice.
okay, the Broncos are playing the Jets again at Mile High, and my sister lives in Denver, so I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer. We'll get tickets to that game. So I bought tickets to Jets Broncos Sunday afternoon in Denver. So we'll go make a weekend out of that, October 8th. But the game that we had been saying we wanted to go to, me and Alex, we want to go to Vegas to
Yeah.
see the Jets play the
Got to
Raiders.
do it. Got to do it.
So I bought tickets to that too. I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna go do a Vegas weekend and see the Jets. I'm like, I'll see
Fuck
Aaron Rodgers twice this year. Come on,
dude.
and
And that's easy for you guys. I mean,
Vegas is the easiest trip for us. You can fly from Orange County to Vegas on Jet Suite X, which
for like
is.
$20.
Do you know what Jet Suite X is?
I'm sure. I'm guessing that's some CEO shit. Is that like borderline PJ?
It's in between
Yeah.
private and commercial, but it's owned by JetBlue. And what they did is they bought these little old Embraer, so they're not. they're not private jets. They got like 20 seats on them.
Okay.
But you go out of the
Little
private
puddle
jet.
jumper things. Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't
well,
have
not really. I
propellers.
mean, they're not propellers. They're
Okay.
little like 20-person jets,
Right.
and I think that they've made them with seats. I'm sure when they bought them, they probably didn't have
It was
rows, right? They
probably like
probably,
all CEO'd
but
out.
yeah,
Like
exactly. But and they're older. They're probably from like the early aughts, if you
the
will,
Oots.
the Utes. So,
Got to get that
but
in.
you can fly out of the private hangar. So you can show
That's
up
awesome.
literally
Yeah.
5 minutes
You
before
just
your
roll
flight
up.
goes. They fucking just scan your luggage and that's it. They don't even scan your luggage. They weigh your luggage. They ask you if you have any bombs or drugs or whatever. And obviously you don't, right? They
I'm
scan you.
going
They
to Las
do.
Vegas. I do not have any drugs.
Dude, exactly. So, but it's cool, man. And you get there, 45-minute flight up and down. You land at the private hangar in Vegas, which is also if
At
you have you ever
McCarran.
been to Vegas?
Yeah. Come on.
Right.
Actually, but you know what's weird is that my fiance Jenny has not ever. That's super
Well,
weird. I've been to Vegas like 10, 20 times.
dude,
10,
and
15 times probably.
McCarran's a shithole. Like it's just
Yeah.
slot machines. I
I
think you
am.
can still smoke inside the airport. Like it's fucking
I kind of love
gross.
it, except when I'm going home and I'm super hungover. I've had some. We've all had some terrible hangovers in that building.
Yes.
Yeah, you make a good point. When the hell are they gonna? I mean, they even upgraded LaGuardia of all places. Yes, like a few billion over budget, but apparently LaGuardia is effing beautiful
Mm-hmm.
these days.
I haven't flown in or out of LaGuardia because
McCarran is a sad ass airport.
it's not the worst. The worst airport in America is Philadelphia, which I'll be flying out
Fair.
of in
That's fair.
July. Philadelphia is terrible. I am not a big fan of St. Louis Airport.
I've
That is
never been to
also
that one, but
it's just old and weird and like you go in on the top floor and down to the bottom floor to go to your gate. That's just
yeah,
weird.
that's weird. I mean, we talked about the Denver one a couple of shows ago. I like it from the weirdness point, but I hate that the whole airport is one security line. I don't know if they've changed that because it's been a few years. That's
No,
insane. What other airports suck? Obviously, O'Hare
LAX
in Atlanta.
sucks.
Oh yeah, LAX.
LAX sucks a huge fat
But you
wiener.
guys have like 5 or 6 other choices if you get creative. No?
Yes, like so I go out of John Wayne, Orange County,
Yeah,
SNA, but then I
Burbank,
probably am taking it.
Ontario.
I'm not going. I mean, they're too far for me. If I'm going to drive up to LA, I'm going to go out of LAX because I can at least get a direct flight pretty much anywhere. But I'll go out of John Wayne and take a connection because I don't want to go up to LAX. LAX. The problem with LAX is it's built in a horseshoe.
Yeah,
And so if you want to get to fucking Terminal 7, you can
like the far
either
terminal, you have to wait in traffic for like an hour, right?
or you can cut through. There is one cut through halfway through, but you're still like
Yeah, they're
it's a fucking nightmare because it dumps like three main thoroughfares
right
into
into the
this like
same. Yep.
it's like 4 or 5 lanes.
And like so
And
you see the planes landing, but you're like stuck in a car, like just
correct.
waiting to even get there. Jenny's mom and her husband came out to visit us like last week or 2 weeks ago, and they told me that they got to the LAX like on ramp, and it took them an hour to get out of the car.
Yeah.
Whatever time they went, I forget when it was, but
Dude, I mean, you can't. You either have to fly out first thing in the morning or like
yeah,
last, red eye, or you have
right,
to leave like if I was trying to take a midday flight out of LAX on a Tuesday, like forget it, like or a 9 a.m. flight, you have to leave at like 5 in the morning to catch a 9 a.m. flight.
I believe
I'd
it.
rather just fly out of John Wayne at like 6, connect in Dallas, and wait an hour layover because I can get to
Yes,
John Wayne in 15 minutes. So
yeah.
you
I mean,
know,
you travel more than me, but I know enough to
So
agree
when
with you
I
there.
when I lived on
That's
Long Island, it was the same thing. We used to drive into JFK or LaGuardia to get the direct
right.
flights, and then I just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go out of
Go to Islip, right?
MacArthur." Yeah,
Yeah.
because I could get through security in 7 seconds. Yes, I have to fly Southwest and change in like Baltimore, but then I can get wherever I want pretty much direct from Baltimore.
Yeah.
So
We have Westchester here, down the Merritt. Some of the flights are super expensive, but sometimes it's worth it.
yeah,
It's
I've
like
never flown out of Westchester, but everyone said it's
yeah,
really worth it. And I guess Tweed and in
never
New
been to Tweed,
Haven
New Haven. Yeah,
is opening up
Bradley.
commercial flights now.
Oh, are they? Yeah, well, that's why I've never been there. That's
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
It was always private. I flew out of New Haven once when my dad's buddy picked us up on his little Piper and flew us to Montauk and then back.
Nice.
But I will say my buddy Kevin is flying to Baltimore out of New Haven, and they only have like one flight a day, and it's like I don't know what airline it is. It's like Hooters
Baltimore to
Air
New
or
Haven's
whatever.
great.
Yeah. So
Is that Rob?
yeah, we're going down to see Rob, but Kevin Fissel is who's flying out of there
Oh,
to
right.
go
Yeah, because
down.
you guys
Yeah.
are going there. Awesome.
Yes. Yeah. So interesting stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Philadelphia is the worst airport, bar
Oh,
none.
why exactly? Because like I've been there, but it's been a
Because
long time.
the people that work there do not give a fuck.
That's
They
Philly,
don't
baby.
give a fuck. No, it
They
100%.
they
You
pride
like I missed
themselves.
my flight one time. I walked up and I was like, "Excuse me, I missed my. What you want?" And I was like, "I would like to get rebooked." Oh, hold on. And like, there's no empathy. There's no like. It's just you know what? Fuck you. Get over in the corner and I'll deal with you when I feel like it. And you can't. What are you gonna do? You
Yeah,
can't do anything.
that's
So
a Northeast kid. I think California's making you soft. I don't know.
no, man. I've flown every
I'm
airport,
kidding.
every major airport around. I've been to Newark. I've been to JFK. I've been to LaGuardia. I can deal with the New York roughness. I'm
Logan,
that.
Logan's a
I've been to
party.
Logan. Logan's whatever. It doesn't bother.
Yeah,
Doesn't like it's
yeah.
never bothered me.
Logan's fun actually.
It's fine. Logan's fine. JFK's fine.
I
LaGuardia's
don't even
fine.
mind O'Hare as long as I have a crew on the
O'Hare's
trip.
O'Hare's fine. I used to actually fly into the other one, which was
Oh yeah, Midway.
Midway. Midway was fine. It's in not the nicest neighborhood, but it was
No,
fine. Um, Dallas is fine. All these airports are fine. They're just, I mean, they're
the
fine.
Houston ones are okay. The Austin one I heard gets packed. I've never seen it packed. I don't know.
Austin, the last time I went out of Austin, it was packed. They've definitely like added a lot more flights, so I think that's why. But
Yeah,
that's not a bad thing. Nashville's fine.
yeah,
New Orleans, even New Orleans, the airport is okay. It's not terrible.
yeah.
Miami's fine, Tampa's fine. I don't have issues with any of these
I
airports.
mean,
They're easy.
Miami's more the traffic when you're getting out of there.
Phoenix is fine. San Francisco is fine. Philadelphia, it's in a not nice area. The people that work there are not nice, and they don't give a fuck. They
I
don't
have
give a
some bad
fuck.
memories of Phoenix, but that was my fault.
Right.
and I got stranded in Charlotte once, so that place can go f itself too.
Oh, dude,
Um,
I also flew a red eye with. I flew a red eye one time, and the changeover was in Charlotte, and I don't remember where
yeah,
why
I
I
got
did.
fucked on a connecting flight too.
But I landed at like 5 a.m. and my fucking flight home wasn't until 7:30 a.m. And I'm like, why did I do this to myself? I'm
That's
like
not
just
that
sitting in
bad.
it, but
I thought you were gonna say
nothing,
7:30 p.m. because
but nothing was open, Doug. Nothing
yeah,
was
oh
open. I
true.
couldn't
Yeah,
like get breakfast. I couldn't
you're like Tom
couldn't
Hanks in
like
that
get a
movie.
coffee. Yeah, I was like literally curled up in a ball, like, I hate this. Why did I do this to myself? I'm dumb. So yeah, all that stuff.
Hey, this one's heavy. I don't know if they are into trans people or not.
I think that they also are. I think that
Yes.
was just a statement.
And by the
So
way, if that's making you angry, I don't know. Just think about some things. Anyway, you were gonna say something about the schedule, I think.
no, we talked about it. I bought the tickets. I'm
Oh
going
yeah,
to
okay.
Raiders, Jets, and
I thought you were
Broncos,
gonna
Jets.
be like win loss, like down the line, like that movie with Patton Oswalt, the fan. Okay.
No, that's fucking stupid. We're not doing that. We're not going to sit here and predict the schedule. Do we want to predict the schedule, Doug? We got
No,
some time. Is that
no,
what you want
man.
to do?
No, I don't
I
want to
mean,
predict the
I
schedule,
can't
man.
tell you. I
It's May
cannot tell. Like,
12th.
I can't tell you exactly. I can't tell you anything. There's no injuries have happened.
No, exactly.
None of this. I have absolutely zero
I'm just trying to
desire.
get like I'm like sort of prepared for our draft next week for our Dynasty Rookie League. That's my only goal right now with the
What
NFL.
what 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 number are you picking in that draft?
Number 9. I have 2 picks in the second though. I think I have like 19 and 21 or something like that.
So who are you targeting at number 9? I'm picking one. So
I can't say too much, but I don't know. Like it's kind of a little underwhelming draft, isn't it? It's not bad for you. You get to get Bijan Robinson, but after the first what 2 or 3, 4, I don't know because I'm not gonna pick those. But yeah, it's probably
there might be some quarterbacks though that fall to you.
yeah. There might be a good quarterback, which I don't know if I need that. I'm kind of these guys are mediocre. I have a bunch of mediocre guys. Definitely some good blocking tight ends that might catch a few passes in 3 to 5 years. Shout out to Josh for saying that. So it's something like that. I'm thinking number
Right.
9. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Michael Mayer, take a cowboy.
there we
We'll
go. Oh,
let's get your fucking blood
you know
boiling.
me and Cowboys, man. I
Yes.
actually like. I'm so hard up at quarterback. I was like for a second. I looked at Dak Prescott and I'm like, do I want to see if Mike wants to sell Dak Prescott? But it's not worth. It's not worth it.
I'm willing. I'm willing to sell
Yeah,
Prescott or
exactly,
Geno Smith, your choice.
exactly. I know you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'll sell one of them. Easy
But
peasy.
actually, so if you're picking first, does that mean you're picking the 13th as well, or do you have like another first rounder?
I traded a bunch of my picks to also get Kenneth Walker.
Oh, that's right.
So I pick first, and then I don't pick again until like 20th.
Yeah.
So or 18th or
Well, I
something.
don't
And
know.
then
That maybe one of these quarterbacks might still be there. Who knows?
at 20th, I don't think so. I think I'll be picking a tight end that'll be catching passes
Right.
in 3 to 5 years. Exactly.
Eric Gray, New York Giants.
Yes, exactly. Or like a third. Exactly. This draft is it's whatever. It is
No, no, it's fine. No,
whatever.
we're not complaining, but yeah, there's. I feel like that first round last year was spicy with all those receivers. So
Yes. The last, I think that's probably what the problem is that the last 2 years we've had such good drafts from an offensive weapon standpoint. And this year was a draft predicated on like offensive linemen. It was a really good offensive lineman draft. It was a pretty decent linebacker draft.
yep.
It was a good tight end draft actually, but like
The
some of those
cornerbacks.
tight cornerbacks, yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're right. You're right on tight end. Yeah.
the wide receivers were not great, and the running backs were not great. And the quarterbacks above outside of the top four, I don't think they've already said Hendon Hooker's not playing this year, so
Right.
don't draft him in
No.
dynasty unless you
Well, I
really.
don't know, man. I could stack Jared Goff and Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, Hendon Hooker's going to be 40 next year, so there's
Yeah.
you got that going for you.
Hey, wait, we're going to be 40 as well. So God
This is
bless.
true. So, do we want to talk about anything with the Islanders, the Nets, the Knicks? The Knicks are still alive, right? They play
Knicks have a
tonight.
big game tonight. I
Yeah.
will probably be watching. No, I'm probably going to be playing Zelda. I will have it on some. I will have it on some kind of screen with no sound on. Because I work with a ton of people from Miami, so I have to at least know. And I'm not a Knicks fan, but go New York. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and what was I going to say? Oh, my Via con Dios related to the Nets. I'll let you do that one. On the Islanders, though, real quick, guys, because fuck hockey. Absolutely nothing from the organization since the playoffs have ended. What percent chance do you give them, or do you give it that Lou and Lane's jobs are in jeopardy and/or they're already fired?
0. I
Okay,
believe that.
just checking.
I believe it's the complete opposite. I believe Lou's probably got an extension, and Lane is totally fine and safe because only Lou would not talk to the media this long and not give
Right,
a fuck.
it's pretty much
So
standard operating procedure,
right,
right?
and he probably
So
thinks there's nothing wrong with it, you know.
the
So
one thing we'll point to is that Lou was named president in May of 2018 and then fired Garth and what's his face, Dougie, like a couple weeks after. But Lane's probably running it back since he made the playoffs. And
I think Lane's running it back. Maybe they
he
bring in. Maybe they
I
fire
don't hate
whoever
him,
was. I
but I
don't
don't
hate him
think he's a
either.
great coach.
I don't think he's a bad coach. I
I don't
think
know.
what he was
The
trying to
power play's
do.
so bad though. What can we do
But
about that?
I mean, dude, the team is not built for a
Yeah.
power play,
To
which is
score.
it's the fucking problem, right? Right. I mean, we're a grinding team. He tried to like up our offense. He brought in Doug Huda to run the defense. And who was the guy that ran the offense in the power play?
It's John McClane.
John McClain, old Devils coach, right?
Yeah.
And he
Fucking
didn't.
Mr. Nakatomi.
And we Nakatomi Plaza, and we got we got shots fired at Nakatomi Plaza. Reginald Bell
Hans
Johnson,
Booby.
Hans Booby,
Booby.
Ellis, you got a little something right there.
Come out to the coast. Have a few
have
laughs.
a few laughs. Oh
Anyway,
man, is that a Christmas movie?
No, God, shut up.
It's definitely a Christmas movie.
Why?
Definitely a Christmas movie.
Yes, Christmas is in the movie. Hey. Is
So-
a hot dog a sandwich?
Absolutely.
Uh,
What is it then?
Sure.
I mean, if it's on a piece of bread, is a bagel a sandwich?
What's in the bagel?
Anything.
Is there meat?
I mean, is there meat in a hot dog?
Is there meat in a McMuffin? I don't know. Yeah, good point.
These are what came first, the chicken or the egg, Doug? Okay, so what's the Via con Dios? Let's wrap this up.
Oh, come on, we could do another hour of this. This is prime entertainment.
You need Zelda. You need to get Zelda in your life.
Yeah, I need a couple of things. Obviously, I was gonna say Kevin Durant, KD.
Oh yeah,
my Nuggets took them down.
Is that what the D is for on your chest for Denver?
Yes, this is for. I love them because Jokic just looks fucking hungover the whole time, and he dominates. He's an incredible human being.
Yep, and he pushed the owner of the Suns.
Oh yeah,
which was great.
Gotta love that.
That was great. But all right, man. Well, it was a good show. I'm glad.
Well, no. Do you want to say anything about to Mr. Durant, or you?
I said it already. Like whatever. Right. Your season's over. Enjoy going to make some documentary with fucking Rich Kleiman about the boardroom and how awesome you are and whatever else you're doing, and then fight with everyone on Twitter. It'll be cool. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Don't leave.
He is a true poster. He will never give up the posts.
Oh man, no. Whatever. I mean, if he just would have taken leadership, maybe things would have been different. But he didn't want to be a leader. He just wanted to play ball. So. All right, brother. Well, this is a good show. Good therapy, like you said.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, Mets will be on a 5-game win streak, and we can talk about them again.
Detroit, what's up?
It's going to be a long, long, long
summer of Zelda.
Audience, we'll see you next week.